It is never a boring day with Nurses Lecture Room YouTube channel. And today, I've come to meet you with an interesting content, which is 13 weird, crazy facts about sex, especially. Welcome back. My name is Nurse Mary, popularly known as the Nurse with the Difference, and I make learning easy and accessible for all my viewers. Please, if you're new on our YouTube channel and you don't want to miss out on any of our forthcoming video, kindly click on the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell so you don't miss out. Now, let me go straight to the point of today, which is 13 crazy weird facts about sex. The first one I have to share with you that is surprising is that the men also have G-spots. Yes, a lot of people feel that G-spots are only found in women. G-spots can be stimulated in women and women alone. The men also have G-spots. You may want to ask, where is this G-spot located? I'm going to tell you. The G-spot is in the prostate gland. If you've been following our video, I've explained what the prostate gland is in the men. It's a gland that is found in men and men alone. It is not found in the women. It is inside their body. And you'll be thinking, how do I get it to stimulate? I'll tell you. To stimulate the prostate gland, you have to stimulate it on the outside, which is on the perineum area. The perineum is the space between the anus and the scrotum. That is where you can stimulate the prostate gland. So stimulating that area stimulates the prostate gland, which helps to increase sexual pleasure and also sexual encounters. Let's put it that way. So one thing I want to take note from this point is that the men also has G-spot. It's not just G-spot in women. The second point I have to share with you is that the average penis is smaller than you can ever think. Yes, according to a survey that was done in 2009, the average penis is between 5 and 5.5 inches. So even 6 inches penis is okay, is on the average side. So, and we also want to let you know that there are two types of penis. We have the shower and the grower. For the shower penis, this is a kind of penis that it's usually flaccid. It's usually big when it's flaccid, when it's not erect. But when it's erect, there's increased blood flow and it does its own function. But for the grower, physically, it is usually very small. But when it is erect, it becomes bigger. So those are the two types of penis. So you don't get carried away by it physically and like get discouraged at the very beginning. The point I have to share with you is that the size of the penis cannot change. Yes, after the normal growth of your teenage, that teenage age, after the growth has stopped, the growth has ended, the size cannot be changed. Forget what you are seeing on social media. You see a lot of pills, a lot of pump, a lot of practices. They tell you when you do this, it will increase the size. If you do this, the size of the penis cannot be changed. But if you have taken a particular pills and it worked for you, kindly drop in the comment section. Let me know. Then the other point I have to share with you, which is the fourth point, is that testosterone has a role to play when it comes to the size of the penis. Yes, you see people talking about testosterone therapy. It worked, but it doesn't work for those that have passed that teenage spot growth age. They've passed that area. It works for those that are younger. It works for younger guys. So if you are a mother and you notice that the size of your child's pee is not on a large side, you can consider speaking with a doctor for a testosterone therapy. But for the adults that think about testosterone therapy, that might be a waste of time, money, and resources. Now that takes me to the fifth point, which is testosterone is not the only hormone that has a role to play in a man. Yes, we keep hearing, oh, testosterone is a male hormone. Testosterone is a male hormone. Yes, testosterone is a male hormone, but it's not the only hormone that is found in a man. We also have oxytocin. Oxytocin is also being released in the men that helps them to relax, that have this sedative nature that makes them sleep well and better. Oxytocin is found in both the men and also in women. Testosterone is found in both the men and also in the women. So don't get carried away or don't get confused with, oh, testosterone is a male hormone and that is it. Then the sixth point I have to share with you is that the men ejaculate at a very high speed. Yes, at a very, very high speed. Do you know that the speed of a man's ejaculate is 45 kilometers per hour? I mean 45 kilometers per hour. Anyway, this point is just for fun, but just know that the ejaculates go at a very, very high speed, and there's nothing that can stop it when it is going at that range. The 7th point I have to share with you is that some men do not ejaculate outward. They don't usually ejaculate outward. They experience what we call the retrograde ejaculation, in which the ejaculate goes into the bladder. It is usually common. It could be a sign of type 2 diabetes mellitus, but I just wanted to let you know that though there's ejaculation outwards, there's also inward ejaculation, in which this ejaculate goes into a man's bladder, and that is something that needs to be treated, and if not treated can result in infertility issues, because the ejaculate is not coming out. Definitely the sperm is not going to get to the woman to cause fertilization. I hope you get that. Then the 8th point I have to share with you is that men also experience sexual anxiety. So it's not just women that become anxious when having sex, especially when a man is having sex for the first time or he's having sex with a new partner. That might create this anxiety of, will I be able to do well? Will I be able to meet up with this lady's expectation? Will I be able to do that? And that makes them come quickly. So it's not just the women that experience sexual anxiety, the men also experience that. Then the 8th point I have to share with you is that the men do not always think about sex. There's a misconception that everything on a man's mind is sex. Every 2 seconds, every 7 seconds, that sex usually pops up in a man's mind. Yes, they may think about it, but not every time. Men has a lot going through their mind. They want to achieve goals. They have goals that they are thinking about. They have careers that they are building. They have it's not just about women. It's not just about sex. For those that have this mindset that, oh, men, when you think the only thing in men's brain is sex, that is a lie. Then that takes me to the 9th point, which I want to share with you, is that men do not know that they usually have STIs. Some don't know they have STIs because sometimes these signs and symptoms of some particular sexually transmitted infection is not obvious in them, and that is something they should be worried. Should I say they should be worried about? When you notice something abnormal, please for it to show, it simply means that something is wrong. Kindly visit your doctor, because most men, they usually have STI, sexually transmitted infection, and they don't know because they don't show the signs and symptoms. The 11th point I have to share with you is that some men prefer love to sex. For those that keep saying sex is the only way to a man's heart, with sex you can capture a man, some men prefer love. Some men can go out there and have casual sex. It's just empty and it means nothing to them. They don't really take it into consideration, unlike ladies that when they have sex with a particular guy, they are emotionally attached to it. So men prefer love to sex. Then the 12th point I have to share with you is that sometimes most men find it difficult to go again after the first round, after they have ejaculated. So it takes a lot of stimulations. It takes a lot of strength to bring them back to go again. Sometimes they need to rest for some time. So for those that are like, oh, only one round, only one, it's not their fault. It's a lot has been released out of their body, and it has to take a lot of time, some rest for them to regain themselves back to go again to please you as a lady. Am I making sense? Then the 13th point, which I have to share with you, is that men can have multiple orgasms. So it's not just women that have multiple orgasms. The men are not left out. They can also have multiple orgasms. So the video has not ended yet. Why? Because I want you to drop on the comment section which other crazy weird fact about sex you would like us to know and you want us to discuss on the comment section. Yeah, thank you very much for staying tuned. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and also don't forget to share with a friend if you got value. For all my returning subscribers, this is Nurse Miss Mary saying thank you. Bye, and see you in our next video.